Fiskama, Ahaladunya, Kamarahashif, Haguma. Nice to see you all. We're back at assembly again. This time we are going to go for another walk, another one of my walks. I'm starting off in the potting shed where there's lots of things growing, some of which I can't remember the names of. Never mind. We'll put them in the ground and we'll see what they turn out to be like. So we're going to go a walk along the shore today. I am taking you a walk along the shoreline during the day, and then I'm coming back later on at night to see if there's anything different that we see at night. So I'd just like you to join me so that we can have some time together, even if it's in a virtual way. I hope you're okay. I hope you're all right at home. Come along and let's see what we can find. So just walking along this path now, if I turn round this way, you will see straight in front of you, this is the island of Ling. That's straight across from where I live. And then if we swing round a bit, you'll see some islands in the distance, and that there is the island of Mull. It looks really close, but I believe it's actually about 10 miles away, so I don't think you would want to start swimming. It would take you an awful long time. I don't think you'd make it, so best to stick to boats, I think. So this is one of the little beaches along the coast. When my boys and girls were little, they used to come and play here quite a lot. And they used to call it Shell Beach. Very original. You'll soon discover why. Very crunchy seaweed. As you can see, there are loads and loads and loads of shells. And my boys and girls used to come and collect the shells and make all sorts of different things out of it. Sometimes they would make pictures. Sometimes they would bring them back to the garden. Lots of different things. If you look really closely down here, you can see just here some sea glass. So it's glass that's found its way into the sea, and it's got worn down by the power of the waves, and it's become really smooth. There's a bit more up here, I think. Another piece here. Very interesting places to be, beaches, because you can usually come across lots of interesting things. You've got to be really good with your eyes and very patient. You might just find some things that are interesting. You can see another piece of glass here, which has become very smooth as the sea's been up. Just leave that there just now. The thing that really fascinates me is sometimes you come across things like this. So this is a piece of pottery, and for years and years now we found that when we come down here and explore, we always find pieces of pottery as if it's come from a plate or something like that. And I always wonder, how does it get here? Where did it come from originally? Did someone throw their rubbish in the sea and one day it washes up on the beach? We'll maybe find out a little bit more about rubbish as we go. Okay, I'm going to put that back just now. It does actually look quite pretty. So boys and girls, straight in front of you, you can see this stretch of water. It is a piece of water called Coon Sound, and there are lots of very strong tidal currents come through here. Quite a lot of people try to sail this. It takes quite a lot of skill to do that. Haven't seen many boats out at the moment, obviously because everybody's staying safe at home. This is a lovely place to sit and to watch the currents go past. Quite a dangerous place as well, not recommended that you swim in very strong currents like this. But interesting for you to see nevertheless. In a moment. But we're going to go down these rocks here, and when my boys and girls were little, they used to call this the magic staircase, because it was almost like little steps that the land has formed, as you can see. Here we go down the steps. We're surrounded by rock each side. Thankfully it's been very dry, so it's not too slippy, and I've taking the chance to come out with my trainers on and not my welly boots that I usually come out with. Okay, let's keep going. Taking you to another part of the shore, which when my boys and girls were little used to call Roof Beach, because we've got some quite high rocks here. I'm going to take the chance of climbing up here a wee bit so you can see to the other side. If I fall now, it'll make a great assembly, won't it? There you go, you can see the water at the other side. So, what my boys and girls used to do when they were little, maybe about 4 or 5, they used to climb up here, with me obviously, used to take a rock with them, and they used to pretend this part here was a roof and they were fixing slates to the roof. They used to do that because their dad was a builder, well he still is, and they used to watch him hammering the slates onto the roof, and so they used to take the rocks and pretend they were doing the same. And this part over here was a great place to paddle when they were wee, because it was just a bit further in from the actual sea itself, so they were quite safe. Here's another piece of rock that sticks right out of the ground, and what we used to find is when we were walking here, we could pick up a stone and we could use it to write on the rock, as you can see. It was a bit like writing on a blackboard when we used to have blackboards in school, and my boys and girls used to come to write their name on this. It never used to last very long because as soon as you got some rain it would wash off again. Let's see if there are any more messages. Oh, look at this. There we are. We love RPS. We love Brockfield Primary School. There's a message for us. There we go. We come down here. We might see some more things. Right by the shore now. Some really slippery green seaweed here. Wonder if we'll see anything else while we're here. Sometimes you can see sea creatures. I don't know how lucky we're going to be today though. Some different colour of seaweed underneath there, some brown seaweed. Not much to see today though. But you might just be able to hear the sea, the waves lapping very gently on the shore today. So after saying that we weren't getting many boats through, you might just be able to see one in the distance. I could hear it before I could see it, chugging away. Could be a sea farm or a fish farm boat, should I say. Might have travelled a long way, we're not too sure, but you can just hear it chugging along.